That's that passenger that got yanked off a plane savagely. The CEO of United Airlines is promising to fix any problems that led to that passenger being dragged off the flight over the weekend. The video of the man being removed by police and security at Chicago's O'Hare Airport has gone viral. Well, today, Oscar Munoz said in a statement that the airline takes full responsibility, that it's going to work to make it right. He promised he'd have a thorough review of the incident and fix what's broken so it never happens again. He also said he was disturbed by the video and apologized to the passenger who was removed. In a statement from Munoz, it's a stark contrast from a letter he sent to employees that claimed that the man was removed. He was disruptive and belligerent and that employees followed established procedures. Well, today there was more fallout, and United Airlines, the company, was a butt of jokes, and the stock market plunged.
The Twitter campaign hashtag Boycott United Airlines continues to grow. Meanwhile, late-night shows got their digs in, including Conan O'Brien.
You see, here on our show, we also have seating issues that come up from time to time.
Jimmy Kimmel Live spoofing a United commercial.
We'll beat you so badly, you'll be using your own face as a flotation device.
United stocks took a tumble, falling nearly 4% in the first half hour of trading. Ryan Burrow, ABC News, Chicago.
And the presidential spokesman, Sean Spicer, also commented on the video, calling it troubling and unfortunate.
I don't think anyone looks at that video and isn't a little disturbed that another human being is treated that way.
We go to Chrysta Castañeda. She's an attorney and a crisis communications consultant. And, boy, the CEO of United really did a 180, didn't he?
Hi there.
Hi there.
Chrysta here.
Yeah.
Yes, he has finally woken up to the need to put out a different message than they originally went with.
Well, their stock is in the toilet. So what do? You're a crisis communication consultant. What would you tell United to do about this situation? What they're doing today?
Yes. Unfortunately, this is the move they should have made within minutes of discovering this issue. Somebody should have realized, even before the video got posted, that there was likely to be a video and there needed to be a response to this particular situation that was different than, we're sorry, we had to reaccommodate these passengers.
Reaccommodate, what does that mean?
It means, I guess, drag somebody off the plane. It's kind of an insulting word to use in the context of what was actually happening on this particular flight.
Yes, but according to TMZ, Chrysta, Dr. David Dow in 2005 was indicted and convicted on 98 felony drug counts, illegally prescribing and trafficking painkillers. He has his license back now and everything, but he also was trafficking in drugs for sex.
Well, this is a very interesting turn. How does that really impact the decision that United made to force someone off the plane? I mean, if that weren't true, would the situation be really any different? I understand that we think this guy may be a bad guy. I haven't seen any indication that he was displaying bad behaviors on the plane. But even so, if you're from a public relations perspective, that's not something you're going to know when you're making a decision to treat a passenger this way.
So what are the rules in terms of, you're an attorney, I believe United was well within their rights to ask people to get off the plane, but they should have upped the ante. Is that what should have happened and not just physically remove them?
Well, in general, these what they're called common carriers have the right to remove passengers from the plane or ask them to be reassigned to another flight when they're oversold. There's an interesting issue that's starting to evolve here, though, and that's the question as to whether the flight was actually oversold. Remember that the reason that they took passengers off the plane was because they needed to accommodate a flight crew that needed to travel to a different destination. And there's being a question raised right now as to whether that counts as being oversold to where they had the right to do this in the first place.
Oh, wow.
But in general, I think it would be a better move for United in these circumstances to be offering the full compensation if they can't get people to volunteer.
And what is this going to cost United, do you think, in terms of, well, forget the stock. I mean, that's over $1 billion, but what are they going to end up having to pay out to this guy?
Well, I mean, that remains to be seen. You know, again, if there was a right to remove him from the flight due to the, contract of carriage, then he probably doesn't have a claim other than one for, like, excessive force. That's the interesting point here. You know, the airlines are in a bit of a bad situation because you can't have people refusing to do what the airline needs for them to do, like this man did. And on the other hand, you can't have an overblown response from the airline, which I think a lot of people think this was.
All right. Chrysta Castañeda, thank you. Attorney and crisis communications consultant from Dallas. We appreciate you coming on the Drive at 5.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.